what's going on?
More and more every day, I ponder what those visuals, or whatever you want to call it, the videos or the video anthology, it is going to be about Renaissance. Um, I guess I think you just want to be right first, but whatever. I feel like we're going into a fantasy world after hearing a bunch of people hearing different thoughts about it. You really just go into what is this gonna be, putting things together that kind of makes sense. I was listening to this one podcast with these white people. Oh no, I'm sorry, I think the girl was black because she kind of referred to herself as a black woman, but I wasn't really sure. But mainly it's this white dude, and it's called something. And he was awful a lot about a lot of things. uh Very interesting very interesting thoughts about Beyonce and her marriage to Jay-Z and the monogamy and this whole they've been together, and they've only been together, she's only been with him, um and Destiny's Child and money and being a feminist, but yet allegedly having these marital heterosexual, no, what is the word, these old fashioned in a way sense relationship, the man is the breadwinner, or whatever, which isn't really true. It also really really bothers me when people are I just watched this Future interview he did with Billboard, and it was dude, were you hearing yourself? Because he was talking about how marriage and kids is something that he aspires to and wants one day, but because he's a rock star, because he's a rapper, because he lives this crazy life, it's not attainable. And I'm just marriage and kids aren't attainable, but you can have 5 different baby mothers, 7 different baby mothers, and that's attainable. It just doesn't make sense. I feel like people put so much pressure on marriage because of maybe religious views, or because of society and the 50s, 60s, the traditional marriage shit. But it's marriage is what you make it. Marriage is what you want it to be. It's so ridiculous to say I can't get married because of X, Y, and Z. No, you can get married. Just you need to communicate with your person or your partner, your wife, your husband, or whatever. You need to communicate with them, and you just need to be on the same page with them about, what do you expect out of this relationship in terms of a marriage. Well, and then I just feel marriage isn't actually anything different. Why am I talking about marriage? Marriage isn't actually anything different than your actual relationship. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same relationship, just with legal shit, documents and taxes and stuff like that. I don't understand. I don't understand. Am I recording? Why does it look like it's not recording? Oh my god. Marriage, it's just okay. Okay, it's just the numbers were okay. Sorry, the numbers wasn't numbering the way Anchor usually does. I was like, wait a minute, it was stuck on 0 while I was talking, and I felt like I was giving something really beautiful. But anyways, marriage is what you make it. I was just trying to say, marriage is what you make it, and because of whatever, just that Oprah shit annoyed me. Future's annoying me. If you're gonna get married, you can have marriage. Clearly, there's so many. He's just he sounded so fucking stupid. He sounded so stupid. Do you know how many rappers are happily married, happily have families? Okay, maybe they've cheated once or twice, but still, they're still married. I just don't understand. But yeah, so I kind of feel like, okay, back to Renaissance, as I call it over here on the Dare Show podcast, which I haven't really introduced anything. But anyways, let's talk. So I just felt like, are we about to go into like this fantasy world? Like the person that I was listening to was talking about how a lot of the music was like very much a culture. I'm not gonna say a culture, an aspect of like music and a club and a life that she has not been able to live, or she probably won't be able to live in because of her celebrity and how popular and shit she is, which is partially true. But I feel like, if Beyonce wanted to go to a ball, she could go to a fucking ball. Um, but like to put that aspect into her music and like dance and like celebrate the culture and celebrate, the LGBT people. Shout out to the people in Colorado. My God, today. Um, like these fantasy aspects, and I feel like, are we about to go into like this fantasy world, this fictional world? I'm not fictional, but this sort of fictional world. When I was listening to Plastic Off the Sofa and into Virgo's Groove, those two are of course connected. I feel like I'm just like, my thoughts on that song are, I'm gonna get to the Grammys in a few seconds. My thoughts on that, like what that visually and how it like just sounds. I feel like Plastic Off the Sofa is like this actual relationship, but then we go into Virgo's Groove, which has like this like ethereal, magical sound to it. Very much like, like the 70s disco. I think of like Donna Summers, Once Upon a Time, how like the music really transforms you into a time period and a time period. And it like, I feel like we're about to go. I feel like Virgo's Groove is like I wrote it down. I totally forgetting. Virgo's Groove is like the what the relationship, a fantasy of the relationship, or a fantasy, getting high, and the music itself like takes you, like I said, to a different realm. And I feel like that. Okay, I might be wrong based off of like the little information that we know but I'm just like, it's interesting, and I wish, it seems like this big like dance move, this dance scene, which probably isn't gonna happen with Virgo's Groove. Like that's what I imagine every time I listen to it, like this, like freakum dress and this giant disco ball dance floor situation going on with like 20,000 dancers popping, dropping, and locking it. And then once that changes, Virgo's Groove, once it changes, like there's two parts of Virgo's Groove. And when it goes into the second part, we go into like this like more intimate discussion, this more intimate not universe, like this more intimate like monologue with the character. And like I think there are definitely different characters being played on this album. There's like the ballroom MC, there is this angry woman in a sense, there is a little relationship tiff, which actually that is that whole relationship part. There's this cosplay of being a broke woman. I'll break myself. Somebody said. Um, what was I saying? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, like that, there is that like relationship part, right? And I wonder if Church Girl has like something to do with the relationship part, even though it cuts off. I feel like at Break My Soul, and even Church. Why am I dissecting this album? I did not want to do this right now. Even Church Girl to me comes off as like its own thing, and then we go into Plastic Off the Sofa, Virgo's Groove, like Plastic Off the Sofa, Virgo's Groove. Um, what's the song? Move into Heated. I feel like those are very much that relationship part, right? Like this talking about this relationship. Now that I'm thinking about it, and then what else? Thick. The person they're calling her like a rapper, but I'm just like, okay, you guys are calling her a rapper in a sense, but I feel like she's always been doing. She's not really a rapper, and I think she said that. I think she said that a while ago. I'm not a rapper, and I don't think she's really ever really rapping. She's like melodically singing fast, and that's definitely how no 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 came about. Like no 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 came about, and then we completely go dive into that whole like realm with the writings on the wall and Bugaboo and Say My Name. It's like this fast singing that she's really really incredible at. But yeah, okay, I think I'm done. I can't take it anymore. I think I'm done talking about that. Let me go into the Grammys. So let me just first by saying the Grammys. I don't think the Grammys disappointed necessarily too much with the nominations this year. Um, in my opinion, some people did get snubbed. People were talking. Excuse me. Whoa. People were talking about SZA being snubbed a whole lot. I'm recognizing Carrie Underwood got snubbed a whole lot. I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised Carrie Underwood didn't get any. Okay, where are the nominations? Didn't get any nominations. So album of the year, ABBA. People are giving ABBA the blues. They're like, what the fuck? Who's listening to this shit again? And I don't know if this is. Let me see. I don't know if this is their like recent. No, this is from last year. So I think this album is still getting. No. Yeah, this album is still getting play because last year they were nominated too for a Grammy. They're giving ABBA a whole lot of shit, and I don't think it's. I don't think it's warranted, right? Um, Album of the year: ABBA, Adele, Bad Bunny, Beyonce. Mary J. Blige has like really done amazing with these big awards nominees. Coldplay, Brandy Carlisle again, Kendrick Lamar, Lizzo. Like, okay, first of all, the Grammys need to shave some of these people off. Like, why are there so many people in all of these categories? Like, I understand you want to give people a chance, but damn, 8 people, 10 people? Come on. This is ridiculous. And only one is gonna win. Like, I'm like just like if you're gonna have like 10 people in a category, you need to give at least 2 awards out. Like, that's so stupid. And it's unfair. Song of the year: A B C D E F U. About Damn Time by Lizzo, Bad Habit. And it was Go Easy on Me. Oh wait, Song of the Year? Whatever. I'm not even going there. Let's just go to the Beyonce part. So, to be honest, and I'm not even being a hater, I'm not even being ridiculous, Renaissance should have been nominated in like all of the categories. The album. It should have been nominated in pop vocal category. It should have been nominated in the R&B category, but it wasn't, which is I'm so confused why it wasn't. Like I don't understand. Pop vocal album, it should have been nominated. But it did get nominated in the dance electronic music category. So that's interesting. So the R&B part, right? Mary J and Beyonce really are in all of the categories. I believe. Yeah, which is really, really cool. I was not expecting. I was very disappointed to see that Make Me Say It Again Girl was not nominated for Best Traditional R&B Performance. Like, I thought that's what y'all love. And all of a sudden y'all don't got no old meets new in the category right now. It's so confusing. But anyways, um Best R&B Performance, Virgo's Groove, Here With Me, over Jasmine Sullivan, Money Long, Lucky Day. All these people I've heard of or I know. Virgo's Groove got nominated. Best R&B song, Cuff It got nominated. I think there was another one. No, just those two. How do I feel about that? I thought they were okay. Did they shave down some more like R&B categories? I feel like there used to be like male and female categories. Am I tripping? Let me know. So Cuff It, okay, either it's gonna win or it's not. Like I feel like I don't really care about Cuff It winning or not. It probably will win. I could see Cuff It winning over Virgo's Groove based off of, the sound. But did not get nominated, which I'm just like, what? And then the fact that Virgo's Groove and Cuff It got nominated. So if none of them win, it's all in vain. But whatever. She set herself up with this one. Hold My Hand and whatever song she did for the King Richard soundtrack got nominated for Best Song in a Soundtrack. Hopefully, we get a performance of Hold My Hand, definitely. I think, yeah. So hopefully we get a performance of that. Hopefully we get a performance at the Oscars too. I think that'll happen. Definitely. I'm sorry, I don't mean to play with that. Anything else I want to say about the Grammys? I think they did really good. The nominations were really good, except for, like I said, they need to shave down or give 2 out because it's ridiculous. Nicki Minaj didn't get nominated, which is, unfortunate. I'm not a hater like that. Like, they've been blowing her up on Twitter all fucking year about this Grammy shit, which is unfortunate. Okay, like, come on. We can't be mad at the girl. But yeah, I think that's all I want to say about the Grammys.
Next car, honey, next car.
I just want to quickly say that I don't believe the lady in question, the lady I've been talking about all podcast, is writing her songs like that still. I think The Dream did some kind of like interview. I don't like The Dream. I don't like his voice, so I didn't really listen to it. But he was just like, he was very talking inconspicuously. Is that a word? I don't know. Like beating around the bush in no sense, it's just me and Beyonce writing the songs, and anything else other, it's they're samples. That's why, there's like a billion, quadrillion credits on songs. It's 11:30. Ooh. And I'm just like, I kind of don't believe that she's particularly writing her songs like that anymore. I think definitely she has a say in it. And I think ever since motherhood and extending her family, I'm like, I kind of don't think she has that kind of time anymore. Especially now if she comes on, Instagram Live and we know she's not going to do. If she comes on like some kind of like interview and like breaks it down a little bit, or the documentary or something like that, breaks it down a little bit, okay, I'll eat my words. But I kind of don't like, I don't think she's doing that like she did, with Destiny's Child or the earlier years, like Dangerously in Love, or like, her and a pen and a paper, and a couple of writers in the room. I don't think it's like that. I think she's executively writing and rewriting lyrics and stuff like that. And we definitely got a taste of how she did it when she recorded the self-titled album. She's like, she brought everybody to the Hamptons, and there was like 5, 6 writers, and just like a big production. Oh, yeah, that's also what the Dream was saying. He was like, it's like this big production. I mean, not production. This big like group of people writing together to make writing coming together. Yeah, that's also why I don't believe it. Okay, because that's what he said. He said it was a big production. It was a big group of. It was like a group of people coming together to write for the greater good, or to like do the best for this song or that production or this production. And you know what else? Who else said that? Lady Gaga. When she when she was creating Chromatica, she said. That's why, Chromatica also has a bunch of like writers and producers on it, which is like not necessarily her thing, or not necessarily, it's a newer aspect like for her. Like we're looking at her writing credits, usually it's like 2 or 3 people on it. Now, it's like 5, 6 people on it. And that's what she was saying. She was like, but hers was like a musical based situation. Well, I'm not even gonna compare, but she was just like Chromatica really is about music and how music what am I trying to say? Chromatica is like about music. And if this person had a great idea for this song, we just like, and it made sense, we added to it. So it's just like that's kind of basically Chromatica and Renaissance. Those 2 albums are definitely they're one and the same in a sense. How they were created, the music, not necessarily the lyrical content. But yeah, that's why same with like Beyonce. She's like, I brought in all these different people, and then like hearing different stories, even off of Lemonade, that one of the one singer songwriter off of Love Drought, how she, you know what? I'm not trying to expose her like this, but she was like that singer. She was saying Love Drought was about her life being no work and having no opportunity, and about her music, the music industry and stuff like that. And so, basically turned into a love song. And so, I'm not trying to expose some girl like that, but I just don't believe, like I said, like that she's out here, pen and paper, her and the Dream. No. No, 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 no. But anyways, I've been watching some reality TV, and so I just wanted to briefly talk about. I don't remember if I talked about it when I might have when Celebrity, what is it called? No, 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 no. College Hill came out, but I've been okay. So the Surreal Life has like resurged on VH1. It's really good, pretty really good. They have Frankie Muniz, who's like the star, pretty much. Tamar, Dennis Rodman, August Alsina, Stormy Daniels, some wrestler lady, Kim Fields. Wait, is that her name? Yeah, Kim Fields. I'm missing somebody. Danny, he's a makeup artist. I think that's it. Yeah. But the thing is, these people that come on here, like we watch television to see these celebrities, these random people do things, right? And especially on this season of The Surreal Life, they're like actually everything is like every episode there's like challenge, not necessarily challenges, but there's like challenges and things for them to do. And so August, this is his second time not doing anything, and he's blaming it on his health. And I'm just like, okay, why don't you just stay at home? Like, stay in New Orleans. Like, nobody. I understand you need to work, but you gotta work for your check. Like, and that also happened on College Hill. Like a couple, Ray J and the girls, a couple of times, we're watching you we're watching you do this college experience. And so you have to go to the college, you have to go to the classes. And so a couple of times they didn't go to classes. And I'm like, they need to put some kind of clause in their contracts that they need to actually do what they're supposed to do on these, main title shows. Or they need to cut their checks, because I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm tired of saying, I've come here for growth and I've come here to change my life, but then yet you're still just in the house, pretty much. Like, it's not making sense how they get away with this. And I'm just like, they gotta go to work. If I gotta go to work, they gotta go to work. Like, it's so ridiculous. These celebrities showing up and not participating. Also, I don't understand why Dennis, his lashing out, um, triggered Tam. Well, not true. Was so horrible that he was asked to leave. Like, I understand, like, he was drunk and everything. Okay, I get it, but then, like, I'm still stuck on this like August thing where he was like he threw Stormy's bed out like near the pool because he didn't want to like share a room with her and her voodoo doll or whatever that was. Like, I don't understand. And they just brushed that off. But Dennis, there's this whole episode about Dennis, like 1.5 episodes about Dennis, and I gotta go. Thanks for listening to the Dish Show podcast. I'm on Instagram at My Love Money Tonight, YouTube. You can click around there. Lots of Patty LaBelle videos, other podcast videos. Yeah. Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast. Thanks for listening.
And I have this fierce single that Sammy McKinney and these little guys put together, baby. I got a single that'll make you jump up and dance. And if you can't dance to that, you got a hole in your soul, okay?